your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 Safe and sound.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sneha and today I'll be showing you how to create this fall inspired party glam makeup look with gold glitter on the eyes and this orangey terracotta fall color, I guess, on the lips. And this eye look is created using the Morphe palette in collaboration with the YouTuber KathleenLights. And I have done, I think, a swatch video on this already, but it has these beautiful shades in here, and except for the glitter on my eyes, all other shadows have been from this palette. So if you'd like to see how to get this look, please continue watching. I've also gone ahead and done my base makeup off camera just to save time for the tutorial. And I've used the MAC Pro Longwear foundation in the shade NC42. I'm going to first start with my brows. I'm just running a Q-tip through the brows to remove any excess foundation. Then I'm using Benefit's Gimme Brow in the shade Dark, I believe. It's just a volumizing fiber gel. So that thickens up the brows to some extent. But now I'm going in next with my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony. I'll link my tutorial for filling in the brows using the Dip Brow Pomade in the description box below. I'm going to clean up around the brows with the NYX HD Concealer. And I'm using the shade Tan. Now for this, many people also use a very light shade of concealer, but that's totally up to you. I didn't want a very drastic highlight around my brows, so that's the reason I used a shade actually that's slightly darker than my skin tone. Also, this is absolutely not essential. I just do this when I know I'm going out for a party and that I'm going to be photographed. Now that the brows are complete, let's move on to the eyes. And as always, I'm going to first prime my eyelids with the NARS Eye Primer. Next, I'm going in again with that colorless translucent face powder and applying this all over the eyelid. This will help set the primer and will also help in blending out the darker shades we're going to use. Now for the eyes today, I'm going to use the Morphe KathleenLights eyeshadow palette. So I'm first taking that light brown shade in the palette. I'm using that as a transition shade in the crease. Next, going in with that camel mustard shade. And again, using it as a transition shade. Then going back in with that first transition shade, the light brown one, and again deepening up the crease. I'm keeping this shade closer to the crease, not as high up as the mustard shade. And then going in with the reddish brown shade from the palette, and taking it on a smaller brush. This is the Morphe E36, and applying this to the crease of my eyes, keeping it closer to the crease. So I'm using the small brush to just apply the shade, and then I'll go back in with the first brush we used to buff the shade out into the transition shades. And for this, I'm keeping my eye relaxed so I can see that even when I open the eye, I can really see the brown shade. Next, I'm going in again with that mustard shade since I feel like I've lost some of that mustardness or yellowness on the outer portion of the transition shade. So I'm just going back in with that and buffing it on the outer edge of the crease. Now to deepen up the crease, I'm again going in with that small Morphe brush and going in with this charcoal gray shade from the palette. Again, applying some and blending some out to get a smooth transition. Now I'm finally taking the black in the palette and applying this to the crease of the eye, just on the outer portions to deepen up. So once you have something that looks like this sunset gradation, then we're going in with the main lid color And I'm using this pinky bronzy shade in the palette. I'm taking that on a flat brush and packing it on the eyelid. Just keeping the inner corner bare. And then on the inner corner of the top eyelid, I'm going to use this gold shade in the palette. Now I'm going to go ahead and conceal my under eye before I do eyeshadows on the bottom lid. And for that I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX11. Then also quickly setting it with some yellow powder. I'm using the Sasha Buttercup powder. Now moving on to the bottom eyelid, I think I'm first going in with the reddish brown shade that we had. Taking some of that camel mustard shade that we have. Taking some of that charcoal grey that we used in the crease. And finally taking some of that gold we used. Now you can stop the look at this step, but I really want some glitter for this. I'm going to go over with some glitter, but before that I'm going to run a thin line of black gel liner close to my lashes and winging it out into a thin wing. So I added a thin black gel liner on the top eyelid and giving it a very small wing on the outer edge. And I've used my Illamasqua Precision Gel Liner in the shade Infinity, which is basically just a black gel liner for that step. And then tight lining my top waterline with the Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Coal pencil in Bedroom Black. Now on to the fun part, the glitter. And for that I'm going to use the Lit Cosmetics glitter in the shade Creamy Caramel. And the glitter is in the size 3. I'm also using the glitter base by the same company, which is water resistant. And this is what the glitter looks like. It's this beautiful rich gold pigment. Can you see the sparkles? It's beautiful. I'm applying the glitter all over the eyelid, and when applying this glitter just take care to keep your eyes looking down and don't fold it till the glitter glue is completely dry, which takes about 30 to 60 seconds. And this is when the eyes are open. You just have to blink a couple of times for the glitter to get comfortable on the eyes, because it might feel a little sticky at first. Zero fallout. That's the best part about this particular glitter and glitter base. Next I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. And today I'll be using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect Mascara. I'm also going to go ahead and apply the Ardell Demi Wispies false lashes. I'm using the Duo waterproof eyelash glue for that. I'm just going to use the kohl pencil we used earlier on my bottom waterline. I also wanted to redefine the lower lash line, so I'm going in again with that dark brown shade from the palette and the camel shade. And also some black from the palette. Now for brow bone highlight, I'm going to use this lighter matte shade from the palette, taking a small amount and applying it just to the arch of the brow. Finally, I'm applying some mascara to the bottom lashes. Now that the eyes are complete, I'm moving on to bronzing my face. And for that, I'm first going to go in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, contour kit I mean. I think I'm first going in with the middle shade, and I'll be using that to add warmth to my face, and then going in with the first and the third shade possibly to contour my face. Now to clean up the contour, I'm going in with the Sacha Buttercup powder, applying it just under the contour we have. I'm also going to contour my nose with the MAC sculpting powder in the shade Shadowy. Now for highlighter, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion in the shade 02. Now at this step, I'm going to go ahead and conceal all my acne scarring off camera, and I'll link my tutorials for it in the description box below if you'd like to check it out. Now I'm just setting all that concealer in place with some setting powder. I think I'm going to use the Sacha Buttercup powder. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the lip color before I add blush. I can't seem to decide between these two shades. The orange one. The lipstick I've used is a Smashbox Always On lipstick in the shade Out Loud. Now for blush, it's between these two. So I'm going in with the MAC blush called Fever, which is this bright orange color. And then going back in with some highlighter again. Finally, to set everything, I'm going in with the finishing spray again. And as a finishing powder, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade 2 Medium. I'm applying this just to the center of my face. And that's it, guys. That's the finished look. I hope you like this.
Fill me out with your smile.
And if you're watching this from India, this would be a great look. Just pair it with a bindi and Indian jewelry to go with any Indian event, festival, I guess. Or also for bridal makeup, I think this would be a very good, stunning look for Indian brides. If you do like this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button down there while you're here. All my links for social media are also in the description box below if you'd like to follow me on those. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a very happy holiday season. And I'll see you again soon. Bye!
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light.